Hello, everyone. Happy first week of November. November is now coming. Mm, mm, Ready. Mm, This is going to be the Day of the Dead. It's from the beginning of the new month, November. At the beginning of November, it will be Day of the Dead. And after Halloween is over. It is going to be November. Er, one last month to go after this is around December. One more month to go until the end of the year. You still have 25 days left until Zootopia 2 comes out. The Zootopia 2 movie comes out until the 28th. So it's going to be 25 days left after this. Okay, we're going to get started with today's new topic about the results of those sessions. So you were able to test yourself.
You've latched onto something that's really important, because when the Mamdani campaign first gained traction, one of the ways it did that was social media videos shot of him going into the boroughs where the Trump vote jumped considerably in 2024 and talking to Trump voters about what they were angry about, listening to them, and then responding in kind. And I asked Bernie Sanders, who you just named on the takeout earlier this week, yesterday as a matter of fact, can you explain the Trump Mamdani voter? He said, of course I can. They're aggravated by the same thing, and they've given Trump 9 months, and they're not satisfied. They're waiting for someone who will address this core issue of, can I afford to live here the way I would like to live here?
And you're seeing a new generation rise. Sanders is now in his 80s. And so you wondered who was going to take that baton on the left. And it's going to be a complicated issue for Senator Schumer of New York, Representative Jeffries, the two leaders of the Democrats in Congress. They have built a Democratic Party poised for 2026, much more centrist in its approach. And now Mamdani taking a tough line when it comes to foreign policy, his position on Israel and Gaza. He's been very critical of the Israeli government. And you see Mamdani now telling the Democratic leaders, I don't care where you've been, all of these issues, economics, healthcare, or foreign policy, I'm taking it in a new direction. That's a challenge not only to President Trump, but to his own party.
We'll bring in senior White House correspondent Weijia Jiang. The White House has basically said Mamdani, if he wins, because ex-mayor of New York City, is the face of the Democratic Party, point one. Point two, and will be someone this president will willfully withhold federal funds from in order to starve his mayoral administration.
The president himself said that on 60 Minutes when he did an interview with Laura O'Donnell. He said, if Mamdani wins, it's going to be really hard for me dollars to New York City, my first home. And so the president's trying to signal that it's not just a matter of politics at stake. It is real life here because money is on the line. Now, of course, it's Congress that has that control of the money and where it's distributed. But you could say that of tariffs as well. You could say that of many things that ultimately the president has a huge say in because of the way the Congress is structured right now. But you're right. The president is going to great lengths to make Mamdani the new face of the Democratic Party, which is precisely why Democratic leaders are very resistant, and some have not even endorsed him.
Asked today, the Senate Minority Leader, Chuck Schumer, said, I voted, and I look forward to working with the next mayor of New York City. Right. What? Not a word. And Hakeem Jeffries, the House Minority Leader, said, yes, I support the Democratic nominee for mayor.
Very late in the game.
And very arm's length almost about, yes, Caitlin, very quickly.
Well, I was just going to say, I think Democrats are also going to want to point to Virginia when they're looking at this. And that's why, as you mentioned in the open, this is a complicated electorate and messages to be taken out. Absolutely, you're looking at New York. But I think a lot of Democrats I've been talking to are saying, well, look at what we put up in Virginia.
Yeah.
A more moderate candidate.
For sure.
Obviously, the Republican.
So we're going to do each steps. Let's see, what are we going to do? So you're going to read equal fast.
Those Republican governors in New just to sort of see a flip. Not since 1961 has one party held the
We did not do anything type of what? So we are going to meet the candidates in making the history of the year. Redistricted. District. American. District. Are you just So today we're gonna do results. Spanberger. Span Inverter. will be the winner. Sherry defeated. The Republican businessman Jack. results. Oops. We'll see you next time. We'll see you until it's time for your results.